Good night, traders. It is Monday, November 1st, 2021, 10:36 p.m. over here in Sri Lanka, and welcome to a technical breakdown. So, here we go. I'm going to break down all of my live trades that I currently have open in the market on this account, and I'll also go to my other account where I also have some live trades open. I'll break it down, try to keep everything under 20 minutes, and go over as many pairs as I possibly can. Sometimes we may go over the limit, the time limit, but that's okay. It happens. Now let's get started. I want to go on to GBP explain what I did here and where my projected route will proceed to. So looking at the daily chart, we can see that on GBP long term is definitely bullish, but at the moment there is a bearish break on the daily chart where we can clearly see that there is a potential move to the downside. So that's what I'm currently on. We don't know if this market is going to be bearish until the day closes. So definitely pay attention to that and look at the daily closures. At the moment, we can see that this has been a very bearish day, and it has dropped a total of 90 pips so far. Now, that's almost 2 days worth of its ATR. So, looking at the smaller time frame on the 4 hour, here we go. Price is melting. It's melting, and it's not looking back up. In my previous video, I had uploaded earlier today, I had explained that if GBP were to hit any highs above 1.25, that we were possibly going to see a rally to the upside. But that didn't happen, and instead, price actually tumbled over and went lower. You can see this is the November 1st bars. That's the 4 hour bar. This was Sunday. So Sunday and then Monday led into a false breakout and grabbed any buyers, and bam, just went into a straight down nosedive after that for 100 pips. So we're currently sitting at that, and I do project price to continue on downwards for another 200 plus pips at the moment is what it's looking like, but anything could happen in between. So right now, what I'm going to recommend is just taking it daily. So each day at a time, find entries and exits and take it on your way to the downside until it reaches that target. So that way you could reduce any exposure to any volatile movement against the trend that may shift the sentiment. Now that's GBP for you all. I'll continue to monitor it. I am currently in some positions. I have some sells that did get triggered, and I am up about 55 pips on the most highest one. Now let me go into the next pair. We're going to take a look at GJ. Now I could also trade GJ as well, but my margin on this account is fully booked with other pairs. So I want to take a look at GU. GU, it looks like it is currently dropping as well. GBP may be in a weak economy, but GBP USD, I could see a potential 70 pip fall from current price. So everyone definitely pay attention to that. And if price does gap up anywhere in this zone, 37 pips away, we could suspect a potential rally about 60 pips north. But at the moment, GU, just going to stay out of that due to margin issues. Now let's take a look at any other pair that I have opened up. Let me scroll down my list. Euro GBP. I want to take a look at Euro GBP. It's bullish, and it's actually extremely bullish. And we can see that I have some buys in on Euro GBP right now. I had explained in my previous video that I uploaded that I had a bearish bias on Euro GBP, and I still do. But sometimes, your bias isn't the right time for it to move in that direction. So what do? Do you wait or do you take action? And so what I did was I took action, and I'm just like, okay, until price triggers my entry, it's going to be in a bullish market, and that's what it's currently doing. It's pulling up. I'm currently in the money about 25 pips on that trade. So we're going to continue to follow up with this one and monitor it. I could see the upside potential going about another 32 pips for the day, and it's the first day of the month, so I do suspect a lot of volume and a lot of movement in these markets, seeing that it is the first day of the month. Also, it's the first week, so there is going to be a fair amount of pips to be spilled out this week, so be ready. And when price does get around 0.8532, that's when I'll be looking for some potential reversal to the downside or a continuation to the upside for about another 47 to 87 pips. So that's something that we will monitor and take every step of the way. I did not trade CAD CHF today because I actually was looking at GBP CHF. It just had a little bit more volatility, and I like that in my pairs. I already explained GY, GCAD. I did not take any trades in this today neither, but once again, this is melting. It's also indicating that GBP has weakness and GJ. So I just highlighted everything that I'm currently going over on this specific broker. I'll show you guys. So this is one of my brokers, it's IG, and now I'm going to go into another one of my brokers, and this is going to be gold I'm going over at the moment. So right now I am bullish gold, although I do have a bearish bias. I do believe that it's going to go to the downside at some point. It is currently bullish. When we're looking at the daily chart, let's go to the far right. We can see price has been climbing up since September, and at the moment it is having some struggle at a point of resistance, and it looks like it's setting up for a potential bear market to the downside, and just have to monitor it every step of the way. Now looking at the 15-minute time frame, I'll go straight to the intraday just so there's no time being wasted. Price has been hiking up the entire day. You can see the 1st of November, it did make a slight dip, but then it went up, and it has been climbing up over 100 pips ever since that decline. And so a good place to enter is anywhere now, and I would definitely look for stop losses about 100 pips away. Anywhere down below in this zone, it's pretty safe to say that there's going to be a stop out on gold. But at the moment, I do suspect to see it continue to rise at least another 100 plus pips to the next area of resistance. At that point, I'll follow up with everyone. And let's go to the final pair, GBP AUD. I'm currently in some sells, and I'm in the money on this pair as well. We can all see that it is falling, and I don't see any area of demand at the moment. It looks like the last area of demand failed, and this is the continuation of the downtrend that we're witnessing. I do suspect this pair to melt and go further down, so I'll be looking for potential exits. This was a risk-seeking trade, so I didn't have the full lot size on, but I do suspect this to drop about 260 pips. More than likely it will happen this week, but we're going to take it every step of the way, so maybe by the end of the day it'll drop another 70 pips to around 1.80. So let's take a look at the 4-hour. Can't see it from here, but that's where I will be looking to take my targets down for the day and wait for a break below here for a continuation. So 1.8072 would signal the continuation to complete that run to the downside when price reaches. So at the moment we can see there's a series of lower highs and lower lows, and it is trending down. Just have to pay attention, and if price does hit the stops, I can foresee it going back to the upside for at least another 70 pips and beyond. If it does break these highs, it's going to go up about another 180 pips. But that's my breakdown for today. I'm going to be doing these more often as I get into my scalping. I'm starting to scalp the market, so intercession is something that was in my imagination at first. Nowadays, it's actually a thing that it's a reality. So definitely working on my intraday trading, my day trading, and now scalping to ultimately get the ultimate short-term approach to these markets. I'll follow up with you all tomorrow and hope you guys have a wonderful week. If you get the chance, go to www.forexmanagement.net. I'll leave the link in my description below. If you would like to learn how to trade, click on Forex Academy once you get to the website. And if you have any questions, just send me a message on Instagram or send me an email at forexcapitalmanagement@gmail.com. And that's it for today, guys.